Zoltan and I found out we were going to be in Singapore within a few weeks of each other, and he invited me on his boat. So originally, it was just supposed to be for a few weeks. We never conceived it as a whole year together.
Vacationers Jennifer Heil and Zoltan Jierko recently set sail for a trip most of us only dream of. A year-long journey that would take them from Singapore to Cyprus, circumnavigating a third of the world.
She wasn't sure she was going to make it past Sri Lanka with me, but we ended up going way beyond that, in fact 7,000 or 8,000 miles beyond that.
In total, their adventure covered about 10,000 miles and took them to 3 continents and 14 different countries.
We spent 2 months going up the coast of Malaysia. We just inched into Thailand, into some uninhabited islands off the coast of Thailand, and then started across the Indian Ocean. We stopped in India's Nicobar Islands and stopped in Sri Lanka in Galle Harbor on the southern tip.
From Sri Lanka, we went to the Maldives and then across the Indian Ocean to Oman and Yemen. And from there, we entered into the Red Sea and popped out of it into the Mediterranean, going to Israel and Jordan, and finally ending up in Cyprus, a small Mediterranean country.
And by traveling on a small 25-foot boat, Jennifer and Zoltan were able to access parts of the world that are not usually visited.
Normally, you're dependent on airports and bus stops and hotels. And one of the best parts about living on a sailboat was that we could anchor off uninhabited islands off the coast of Thailand or off little remote fishing villages off the west coast of Malaysia. And I was getting to places that I never could have gotten to otherwise, and places that aren't used to getting travelers, which makes it a really neat cultural experience.
Not only did their cozy craft get them into rather obscure areas, it also gave their trip a remarkable sense of adventure.
One of the great freedoms about sailing is just the ability to read books all the time and play the guitar, but also that, in 9 months of sailing, I saw 9 months of sunsets.
The other thing I really loved was the natural environment. Seeing dolphins off the bow of our boat and fishing and snorkeling almost every day. I just fell in love with the ocean and with living on the ocean. I'd never had any experience like that. I'd never been on a sailboat before, and that, I think, also really clinched it for me. Just the chance to live on the ocean for a year.
Because this vacation was such a rare opportunity, they made sure to capture it all on video.
It was important for me to document the journey so that I could remember and show my kids someday. I mean, this is the kind of a journey that you want to remember 30 years from now, 40 years from now.
By the end of their trip, Jennifer and Zoltan discovered that it was much more than a vacation. It was a tremendous learning experience as well.
It's a fantastic education. Being in Muslim countries for 5 or 6 months, going to a Buddhist culture, being in Jerusalem, learning about the pyramids, having hours and hours to read books. That year traveling probably beat my 4-year degree at UCLA.
It's an opportunity to do things that just living in America doesn't offer. Going to a new place every day is incredible. Going to a new country every week is even better.
And now, looking back on their journey, they realize they have brought home more than just a great home video.